watching the podcast.
My daughter broke my stand, so I gotta hold the mic now, unfortunately, but it is what it is. All right, we back at it. How's it going, guys? Back at you with another episode of the Sounpropodcast. This is your host, T. Robinson, aka Sept30. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Sept30. That's SEPT3IRTY. And today we have...
Go by the name of 580 Real. You can check me out on Instagram, 580_Real. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
And then, you already know.
The man who needs no introduction. Love Pay 92. Also on the PH system. Yeah.
All right. Well, shit. It's been a few weeks since we actually recorded an episode. I would like to apologize to anybody who possibly was waiting for an episode. You know, it's just, life comes at you in waves, and sometimes you just need a break. And it's the holiday season, so episodes are going to be at a premium. We'll probably drop an episode every other week until the new year, honestly. So that's just a little newsletter for you guys. So don't look for us every week. It's going to be every other week until New Year's. And first, we'd like to start off the show. It's been a while, so I'm a little rusty. We like to do a little catch up with each other just to see how the week has been or the weeks have been. I'll just start off by saying not much news been happening, because of COVID. You can't really do too much shit outside. So I haven't been doing anything. I've just been at home, just dealing with family shit. And, holiday season's coming up. And so now I got to focus on this. Daughter's birthday just passed. She just turned the big 5-0. No, not 5-0, big 5.
Big 5-0.
5-0, 5-0, you feel me?
Big 5-0, huh?
Right? She's 5-0 right now. So she's 5 years old. She made it 5 years. So it's a blessing because a lot of parents don't even get to see their kids make it that far. Yeah. Right? So I'm happy, and I say life's going good. I got some good news. Your boy about to, get a little promotion at work, you feel me? So, feel a little happy, you feel
always
me?
a plus.
So that's what's been going on with me, but how you been, Reg?
Me rocking and rolling and whatnot. I'm just kidding. Content after content, and a lot of Hennessy to make content. Because Hennessy made all my enemies envy me. I'm just going to go Tupac. But yeah, I'm good. I thought I was going to see my son, ironically. And then he got issued a stay-at-home warning in Wisconsin.
Oh, that
hurts. So I was happy.
That
hurts. Like, boom, my son is out here.
Oh,
wait, no, he can't come out here. And like a day later, he couldn't come out here. I found that out. I'm like, oh, damn.
That's
it was one of those.
You said, it's funny when you said I was going to see my son. I was thinking you talking about the artist, my son. So I was like, you about to see my son, my nigga? Like, but you didn't talk about your actual child. I mean, but that is unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. I was looking forward to see the little guy too. But you was mentioning the content that you're working on. So what particularly, since we are on this show, some people that might listen to this might not know the content that you're making. So what do you do?
Oh, well, the content normally, come from my mental and where my mental state is at the moment. If my mental state at the moment is, I wouldn't say negative, but on a dark turn, then my tone and my videos and my content go dark. But right now, I'm kind of in balance. So who knows? But right now, it's like sarcastic or...
Pause. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing little short videos. Some of my people call them short stories and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's cool.
You started describing. You understand what you was doing. I'm like, wait.
You don't have those moments, okay?
And we do got our guest here, Real. My guy, what do you do?
I make music. I'm also a barber. You can come check me out, 733 Hardin Way.
Plug yourself.
Where, you send them and I'll blend them. You know
Ooh.
what I'm saying? That's my motto. But yeah, I got a few projects. I just dropped 4 singles on my YouTube channel, Sounds by Real. Go check that out. That's Sounds by Real with a Z at the end of Sounds. I got some visuals on the way. I need 200 subscribers. I'm at 140 now. I need 60 more, and I'm dropping another video.
Okay.
So I'm just working. Shout out to Get a Rook Beat. Me and him got something in the works on the way. So I've just been working. I got a podcast that I'm actually working. That's why I'm here today. I appreciate these
plug,
gentlemen.
Plug your podcast. Plug it.
Yeah. That's gonna be Sounds by Real. I'm still getting the blueprints and everything down, the final touches. That's why I'm here today. I thank these lovely brothers for giving me these pointers and letting me come be in attendance today.
Yeah, no problem. And just a quick question: what type of music do you make?
I'm pretty versatile. I got some R&B.
Okay.
I got some rap. You know, I make my music is kind of based on how I'm feeling at
That's
the
how you feeling?
moment.
Okay. See,
You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with that. I
Turning
fuck with that.
heads.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. So you say you do a little R&B. So do you like do your vocals? Like do you do a little singing too, or?
I might do a little harmonizing.
Can
I ain't
I
gonna say
get a sample? Can I get a sample?
Nah, see, see, I ain't got vocals like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I was expecting a little.
I might do a little shoebop. You know what I'm saying? A little
I was expecting a little doo wop.
You gotta
Yeah.
hit with the hops and where you can hold it, but you're not really.
It's like, yeah, I feel
a
it.
bit.
No, but what we like to do on this show, you know, it's been a while since we've done it.
Yes.
Because we haven't been here recording. We like to tell like a little story, just like to break the ice. It's our little icebreaker, and it's called embarrassing stories, right?
Okay.
So I'll just explain to you. I'm sure our fans already know what these are. Is we'll tell a little short story or medium to long story, depending on how much you want to tell, of something that happened to you that was embarrassing, or that you saw that might have been embarrassing for somebody else, and just be a little detailed with it, you know, just so give people that like mental visual of the story. So I always like to go first, just so people get a little taste of what we're shooting for. And I'm gonna just tell a little story. I used to be a assistant manager at a Taco Bell. So it was me and my buddy Andre. He was a manager there too. And then we also had another manager named Lucy. Now we're all working the line, just all three of us. Usually it's two people in line, but it was just three of us. Andre was all on the far left. I was on the far right. I was the finisher. I don't know how this conversation came up, but for some reason we were talking about sexual experiences, right? Just experience in general. Lobby was empty, so nobody was in there, but there was one person in there I didn't notice. This little pothead dude came in all the time. He was pretty funny. But he was sitting by the door, kind of behind the sign a little bit. And so we're talking, right? And I don't remember how this happened, but me and Andre started talking about, you know, doing it from the back. And he was like talking about putting thumbs in butts. And like Lucy was like, y'all put thumbs in butts? And Andre looked at me, he was like, no. I look at him, I was like, nah, I ain't never put a thumb in a butt. Then Lucy looks at Andre, and I'm looking at Andre, and I was like, yeah, I put thumb in butts. And then I was like, made that sound, and I did that.
Yeah.
And she looks at me, and I look at Andre, and then Andre looks in the lobby, I look in the lobby. The nigga is sitting by the counter, at the closest seat to the counter, and he's in the lobby laughing, damn near choking on his motherfucking food. I was like, oh my fucking God. I swear to God, it had it been a Karen in the restaurant, she would have came for my job.
Quick.
Andre hid behind the line. I ran off the line. Lucy's on the line by herself. I'm like, I can't believe this nigga was sitting there listening to the whole conversation while we're making food, talking about putting thumbs in asses.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm over eating my food. These niggas talking about putting thumbs in butts.
Y'all done had to keep them tacos.
Hey, I'm like, can I get a refund? These niggas got thumb asses.
Yeah, go wash your hands, man.
Wash your hands again. No, we wash our hands every day. We follow the safety protocols. But that little story right there, I always thought was one of the most funniest like experiences that I had at that restaurant. And there's plenty more stories I have like that. But I'm just sticking with this one for today, just because, you know, I gotta save something for future episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you, Rel. Let me hear anything. You know, you ain't gotta be anything in particular.
Just
embarrassing. You know, just to give something for the viewers to laugh at, like, that's kind of funny. It's one of those things that show like, hey, we human.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel me?
All right. Well, I'm gonna give y'all one. We'll go back to my childhood.
All right, that works.
Okay. So I believe I must have been in like second grade.
All right. Those typically the best.
You know, when you're in elementary school and you have it at the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
So we get our lunch first or whatever, and the older kids come through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we at the table eating. And I'm in like the second grade. It's like a little fourth grader.
Mm-hmm.
He come take one of my chicken nuggets.
Ooh.
You know, and as you can look at me, you know,
Yeah,
I'm a bigger individual.
I need my fucking
chicken
nuggets.
It's two things you don't play with: my family and my food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say it didn't work out too well for him. You know what I'm saying? So I beat him up over the chicken nuggets. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing on my end.
Yeah.
But it's probably embarrassing on his end too. because you just got beat up over a chicken nuggets. You want to steal chicken nuggets, but you know that's how I would break the ice.
That's just break the ice over there, just a chick. You know, you got to think about it. Like when you tell stories like that, there's one or two like reactions, like, yeah, you whooped his ass, and then the second reaction's like, you was fighting over food, my nigga, over a chicken nugget. But if there's one thing you don't mess with, especially when it comes to kids, is they chicken nuggets.
The chicken nuggets.
Children is ready to die about they chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
Look,
not playing with.
My daughter, she's tall, but she ain't no big girl by any stretch, right? She don't play about her nuggets, bruh. I'd be like, hey, let daddy get a nugget. She'll look at me crazy. Like, did you just ask for a nugget?
You ask for anything, not one of them nuggets.
She'll give me a French fry.
All day.
She'll let me sip some chocolate milk.
All
She
day.
didn't hit you with the.
But a nugget?
She didn't hit you with the bite off with it fall on the floor, shove it in your mouth like here.
Oh, nah.
Yeah,
All right.
no.
What,
I hate when they do that.
what you got for us, Reggie?
Damn. Okay. What embarrassing story do I have? I really don't have one as a adult. Okay.
You don't got to talk about one as an adult. You got a kid when you was a kid.
Okay. Well, ironically, I had one when I used to go to what is that school that is no longer with us anymore? RIP to that school. Fuck. What is that school?
We don't need the name if you can't remember it.
It's somewhere in South Sacramento. Yeah, I was talking shit. I see this kid. He looked like Nelly. I was talking major shit, right? And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna beat your ass when you go outside. I was like, yeah, I was still walking like with my chest out. Then he see me like legit right there by the basketball court. And me, I wasn't expecting anything. Big. The next day I come to school. That's the new kid who got his ass beat. I'm like, damn. The whole school year, that's all people was talking about. It's me getting my ass beat. I'm like, fuck.
You gotta bite that bullet.
I mean, it's fun when I like look back at it now. But
it's funny, yeah.
When at the time I was like crying. I was crying in the car. When I got picked up, I cried.
Oh, he gonna cry.
I was crying.
He gonna cry in the car.
I was like, I got my ass beat.
He gonna cry in the car.
Your parents like, what's wrong with you, Reggie? Or what's wrong? No, what's wrong with you, Abby? Let's be real. They don't call me Reggie.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Abby? Nothing. My video game not working. Me lying like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I got my ass beat. And now it's so embarrassing because
But did you fight back?
I fought back.
Yeah.
He was a better fighter because he legit.
Hey,
again,
man, you win some, you lose
a lot
some.
of parents that did something that I'm doing for my son is they pay for boxing. My dad didn't pay for boxing. He just get your ass. You better fight back. That's all he was saying. So like when I fight people like back in the day, certain kids they have like the real mixers. I'd be sitting there like swinging however the fuck I'm swinging at the moment. So they be mixing me up. I'm like, damn, he mixed my ass up. My eyes and shit was swollen. I got my ass beat. He beat my ass.
That's unfortunate. I mean, I had the mixers in school.
Dude, you still got the mixers.
I had the mixers in school. You feel me? No, it's funny. Back to that. Like, he was bigger than you, right?
Yeah, way bigger.
See, that's the funny thing. Like the little dudes when I went to school. Like, I'm a big dude, as you can see. The little dudes, they will always talk mess, but they never want to fight. Right? So I'm like, I already knew that. So I was like, all right, y'all want to talk shit? I got to learn how to talk shit better because I can't just be beating up little kids, right?
Exactly.
So I got supreme roasting skills. But anytime I actually got to an actual fight, the person was always bigger than me. And I was like, each fight I got into, I was scared because I'm like, this dude's bigger than me and he gonna whoop my ass. But each time I whoop their ass, I'm like,
don't be like that though. The size don't mean nothing.
It's unfortunate because again, everybody I fought was never in my freaking weight went. My rate at the time high school, I was legit like 102. Even elementary, I was like the small guy.
Yeah.
I'm still small now. But still, like, at the time, when I didn't have no knowledge of fight, but hey, I played GTA, I'm gonna beat somebody else with a bat, legit thinking like an adolescent.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that way, and then when you get into the actual, like, tank, you like, oh shit, so you just swinging like a video game, whatever you doing, and they just boom, 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 mixing your shit, like, it sucks.
Well,
it sucks.
Reggie, in their defense, you were a premier shit talker. And a lot of times, did you deserve to probably get beat up? Maybe, because you talked a lot of shit.
Pause.
You talked a lot of shit. A lot of people,
You know, Rennie.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they talk a lot of, again, even every hood.
Yeah.
I be here. Niggas will whisper under their breath. Me, I'm not gonna whisper. I don't give a fuck if I'm by myself or not.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm gonna check you in front of you and your homies. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I get like, nigga, hold, wait, what? You not start talking hella shit, and all of a sudden, they find a reason. A lot of them legit find reason to back out.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna fight your little ass, shit like that. But you was legit. I heard exactly what you said. And you know that for a fact. I legit step on somebody's yard like, and talking like, come when you talking this fight shit, now I'm ready. And then they make hella excuses on why they don't want to fight. And me, I hate like even reflecting on that shit because even they even kind of somewhat bring the anger back. I'm like, damn, people is legit picking up my small ass, and now I walk with him. Nobody said shit with his ass. Nobody said shit to his brother at all. They're legit whispering about me. I'm like, pause. No, and then I go, and then you know for a fact, the people that's with you like, the fuck is they getting into now? And you're like, you didn't hear what these niggas just said. These niggas talking major shit. Sometimes it actually become a fight. But it never became a fight. Niggas just talking shit and then they backed out. But certain areas, it was a fight. I lost. Grand and a half a dude. But then they started that shit too. And me, I'm not a nigga who sit back and like, oh yeah, you can talk. How you can gossip is gossip. No, fuck that. You're not gonna just get away with talking shit about me. I'm gonna say something whether you beat my ass or not. People still know you gossip like a bitch whether I can lose or not. I'm gonna check you. Simple as that. And a lot of people even, the characteristics in the people, they don't have the characteristics of a tough individual. They just be talking. And when you actually come back and stump back to the ground, they're like, oh shit, I didn't know this nigga's gonna react like that. He's a small fry. And it's like when you grew up and defending yourself all the time, you legit even take that mentality with everything.
Mm-hmm. Right. I feel it. But I'm still gonna say you're a supreme shit talker, and I'm ending on that.
They started it.
No, but Real, you had said something earlier that you're actually about to start doing your own podcast show, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. I like to ask people, when you do actually get into your own space, what are you going to be speaking about on your show? Is it just going to be like basically just pure promotion? Or are you going to like incorporate certain things that you want to talk about, like in let's say
media,
hip hop media, or just rain on that a little bit for me.
I'm gonna give you all a few because I want to give out all my pointers.
Yeah. I want to hear.
Pretty much we wanna talk about. Coming from the urban community, we want to talk about what's going on in the world. You know, with the election, with us getting shot down and killed in these streets. Mm-hmm. And I also want to just create a place where we can kind of check in and see how we doing, each other doing mentally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 2 days a week. I'm gonna do it Mondays and Fridays. So Monday it'll be motivational Mondays. We pushing to get through this week. We checking, seeing how your weekend was. And then Friday, we done made it through the week. It's the last day for most working individuals. Mm-hmm. So and we'll see what we going on the weekend. What's the weekend like?
For sure.
I'm thinking about doing a music review.
That'd be dope. That'd be real dope, especially since you're in that artist space too.
Exactly.
And this just wants something out. Like if I was doing it, like if I was an artist like you are, right?
Yeah. Like
say if you are pushing a new album out, I think it'd be really dope. Like you talk about 2 songs an episode, where it's like this how I was feeling here, this why I did that, this why I said that, and then same with while you have your album released, talk about your album on the podcast, 2 songs a day. That way you could be like, hey, this is how I was feeling in this moment. Yeah. I just think that'd be really dope just for artists. I think a lot of artists should do that. And I like what you said about, just giving, brothers a space to come and talk, right? Yeah. That's one reason that I enjoy our podcast so much is because we give each other the time out the week, just an hour a day. That's all we're asking for is an hour a day, whether it be me and him or some other family member that come on or some homies that come on, where we can just sit and have a conversation and have that space to talk to each other where a lot of guys feel like they don't have that. So I think that's really dope, and I commend that.
Like, wow, bro.
Yes, sir. But Reggie had asked me about a topic that we wanted to speak on today, right?
Oh,
yeah. And I didn't have a topic at first, but then I came across this little, it was on Facebook. It was like, go on Google and ask what the chainsaw was intentionally made for, right? So I did that. I got on Google, and I was like, what was the chainsaw intentionally made for? Apparently, the chainsaw was invented to help with childbirth, to cut the woman open and be able to cut the femur to get the baby out. So that was the original chainsaw was invented for, not cutting trees. So that made me go and look up inventions that were created for different intentions. And that's what we're going to talk about. Now that I just told you guys about the chainsaw, what do you think about this invention? And are you happy it's just good for cutting trees now?
I just wanted to start off by saying I don't know who the hell made the chainsaw.
Oh, we can look that up.
For the baby's purpose, because that they just seem a little too dangerous.
Oh.
I don't want nobody with a chainsaw with my woman giving birth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure it wasn't motorized. I'm sure it was one of those hand like.
Yeah.
But still.
But still.
Woo.
That made me forget about the question. What was the question?
It was like the question was how do you what do you think about that invention in particular? I'm gonna go through a bunch of inventions and talk about what they were intentionally made for and what they're used for now, and then we'll just talk about each one individually. And right now we're on the chainsaw. So I was pretty much asking you, what was your initial thoughts on why the chainsaw? Like, are you happy that chainsaw is just for cutting trees? And your initial thoughts on what the fuck were they thinking with the chainsaw?
I ain't gonna lie. Anytime chainsaw come to my head, I'm thinking of Leatherface.
Ironically,
Leatherface, and I mean, I didn't even know chainsaws was for other shit until I got older. Because I came up in the '90s.
Yeah.
I mean, Leatherface was big back in the
Chainsaws for killing niggas.
So it was killing niggas. But as I gotten older, and I didn't move in my first house. So chainsaws is good for knocking down them trees and shit, all in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? You want some shade, but not too much.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And Rachel's actually about to say something about the chainsaw and Leatherface because there was a spin in the movie about what happened in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Reggie's really big on these horror movies, bigger than me. I'll go ahead and answer that. We'll get to you if you want to. Yeah, go ahead.
ironically, the chainsaw thing, the baby thing, right? Now, I noticed since been a content creator, when you learn certain shit, you kind of pun off it in your content, right? So, me watching Chainsaw Massacre one day. Massacre. Anyway, me watching that, I noticed, I think it was the beginning, where they chainsaw the baby out of the woman. I'm like, and when he told me that, I'm like, oh, they kind of punned off the whole meaning of how it was brought up. So I'm like, whoa. Every fucking creator is the same way. When they learn something, they legit pun off of it. Like, how could I make this into art? So I'm like, I legit respect the writer of that movie from going back and doing like journalism and research on finding out what they originally made Chainsaw for. Because I honestly didn't know, and I didn't even catch the pun. And I normally catch everything, but I didn't catch that shit till now.
All right. So the next invention that was intended for something else, I'm looking at it right now, was bubble wrap. Yeah, bubble wrap.
What of it was it originally a condom or something?
No, it wasn't originally a condom.
I'm just saying, I'm just pouring out the obvious.
Yes, no.
You're just guessing. So I'm going to read it right here. It says, a bubble wrap lined room seemed like sort of an idea, so it was pretty much used for wallpaper. Bubble wrap was intentionally used for a certain wallpaper, right? But it kind of flopped as wallpaper. And so the two, what are the guys' names? There were Swiss inventors named, what's his name? Mark Shop. Nigga name was Mark, right? He was struggling to find something else that this would be useful for.
Yeah.
So they actually started using it for packaging and not necessarily as fucking wallpaper. So bubble wrap was intentionally invented to use for as wallpaper.
The origin of the
the original fucking bubble wrap. So
holy shit.
Personally, I feel like a bubble wrap room would be pretty fucking fun to throw a bitch off the wall.
Dexter.
I think people
Dexter.
people like stepping on bubble wrap. You know, you pull out the package, you pop it up.
twist.
Right. So what you think about this invention?
I think I like the creativity of it being that it flopped, but it was used for something else useful.
Definitely.
Shit, we use it. I mean, everything in Amazon gotta have some bubble wrap. You know what I'm saying? All you motherfuckers that want that new Xbox and PlayStation, that shit gotta have some foam or some bubble wrap. So we done came a long way. You know, now you see these things got went from bubble wrap to little board around stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's good.
Yeah,
I
appreciate the bubble wrap.
And you can use that in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Just because something you might feel like a flop to something, but you might be a blessing to somebody else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's legit. You actually made a valid point there, because when you flop to something, but you're a blessing to somebody else. Like me, I'm so used to hearing I don't hear it directly, but words get back when people talk. I'm so used to hearing words get back from gossip family, people talking down on me, right? And then me, I'm like, people always aim at the negative of social media. I'm like, dude, everything they talk negative on, people they love my shit on there. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you can say I'm not doing nothing with myself because I'm recording in my room, but people think I'm putting out time a day of doing something. They think it's a blessing. People say I inspire them to do what they want to do and everything. So I'm like, so you made a legit valid point right there. Yeah. And then the bubble wrap thing.
The bubble wrap.
Ironic how they used to use it as wallpaper. And I remember, I think it was season 2 or 3 of Dexter, where he used the bubble wrap to kill the one guy he was stalking on a boat. So yeah, another pun. Again, these art, the people who write it, so a lot of people who's legit tapped in with a lot of shit where they legit dig in deep, where I wouldn't even never think to dig in that deep or something and be like, oh yeah, let me see what this comes. Let me pun off this. But they legit be thinking deep. The movie writers and the show writers, I'm like, I thought I was deep. Let me not even think. Let me go back down a bit until I get that high again where I can pun off something simple like a chainsaw and bubble wrap.
Exactly.
I be trying to legit look in something deep to pun in, something that people will legit relate to pun off. But I'm like, damn, you can still relate to bubble wrap and chainsaw. That's daily and weekly, whatever. You can pun off that shit. Legit. I'm sick.
So I'm gonna ask you guys real quick. I'm gonna let you guys actually guess. I'm gonna start letting you guys guess what y'all think it was made for intentionally. So here's another one. Lysol. What do you think it was made for originally?
Lysol.
Shit, that's a tough one, right? That's
a tough one, right? What about you? What do you think Lysol was made for?
Probably something like for a car or something, or maybe something that people were supposed to use for food and they transitioned into something else.
Was it a failure? First of all,
I think it was a failure.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with this one being is what it was supposed to be.
What it's supposed to be.
It's a tough one. So I'm gonna think that they went for it to be disinfected and got disinfected.
You close.
When did Lysol come around? We had already had a lot of disinfectant sprays, and then Lysol just came out the woodworks in the 2000s.
Like the RKO.
So it was already other shit out. So I'm gonna say that one was supposed to be disinfected, and that's what it is.
You close. You're real close. I'll give you that. You close. Okay, it says, there's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the basics. In the first half of the 20th century, Lysol was advertised as vaginal douche.
Whoa, you were super close.
Did you hear that? Women, did you hear that? There's no reason why that shit should be smelling like no. I never do that. I don't want to lose any female followers. It was a joke. It was a joke.
It says, at the time, birth control methods
Holy shit.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Right there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want my...
That's a rap bar, too.
Any woman interested in 580 Rail, do not put any Lysol on your cootie cap.
PSA.
Hey, leave it up the trunk. It's not in your bloodstream. You feel me?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a doozy, right?
Deep.
Let me read a little more. So it says, at the time, birth control methods like condom and diaphragms were expensive and difficult to come by. So the Lysol ads hinted at an additional benefit for the feminine hygiene product. Then it says contraceptives of wait, what the fuck? So it says, of course, not only did Lysol fail to prevent pregnancy, but of course, it says it was incredibly dangerous down there, despite marketing claims to the contrary. So yeah, a lot of inflammation, genital injuries, fucking.
I mean, look, it's Lysol.
It's Lysol. It's Lysol.
Smell it. You know it's gonna bring injuries. The smell says it all.
I don't even know how they didn't test that, or they just just went straight for it.
No, I think they tested on animals and they're like, you know what? This animal seems good. Let's put it out for
They
the
fucked up that sheep's pussy.
like, let's still sell it. You know how sales would work. They'd be like, you know what?
What did they test that on? What kind of animal you think they tested that on?
Probably like a cat,
black
a dog. You said black women? You said
that's what they probably tested it on.
No black women, not animals.
That's what they probably tested it on. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you said what type of animal?
I said what type of animal.
You said black
You
women.
had to edit that out.
Okay.
No, I ain't editing shit because I want y'all to know where the disconnect was. I'm saying, I'm just like disregarding when he said animals. I'm just like, fuck that. They didn't just test animals. They love animals too much. They tested that shit on our women.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, but it was a flop.
I love how you made that deeper that first. And I was like, wait, pause.
Yeah.
Black woman is not animal.
I stopped listening after you said what kind of yeah.
We are for the women, but especially our black women.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read this one. This one's not really that popping for me, but it's Listerine. So what do you think Listerine was made for?
That was definitely not made for fucking teeth at first.
I'm gonna say like some form of cleanser, like rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, because
that's what I'm gonna say.
Super strong, like rubbing alcohol, especially the first release. Yeah, that was like made for something like
some type of doctor's like a
sore
pre-cleansing or something.
Okay, you guys are kind of close right there. So it says Listerine was invented 135 years ago. First as a surgical antiseptic. Yeah, surgical antiseptic. So you guys are close. But also for a cure for gonorrhea. Don't try this at home. Don't try this at home.
Well, goddamn.
What? Y'all heard that, right?
Well, goddamn.
Y'all just want y'all to repeat that part one more time.
It says
not a cure.
Not a cure for gonorrhea. So
nasty motherfucker.
Don't use it for gonorrhea. It says,
go see the doctor. Take your ass to the clinic. You're nasty.
What was Hennessy originally created?
I don't know. We can. I'm sure it's just. I'm sure it's just booze. Honestly.
I mean, you sure?
I'm positive, man. I mean, unless it's gonna be some more rubbing alcohol. Mm-hmm. But it says an article from 1888 recommended Listerine for sweaty feet. So let me get a shot.
Okay.
Says Listerine was recommended for sweaty feet and soft corns developed between the toes. Damn. Over the course of the next century, it was marketed as a refreshment for your teeth for after you smoke cigarettes and bullshit, and a cure for the common cold.
I mean, I do understand how they take something and they flip it again, because a lot of times I go back and I touch on topics that was a flop in 2012, but when I release them again now and like, a visual and voice over it, that shit not a flop no more. Like, people are getting their mind grown from 2012, because at the time people was like everywhere then. But I understand when they flip something, they take something that, you know what, I won't work this time, but let me change it to something different. I definitely understand that.
It's funny. Listerine was actually used for a lot of stuff. Right now, I'm reading right here, is used as a dandruff treatment.
Pause. Product placement.
I ain't getting So
product placement. No, I ain't getting paid. No product placement.
Yeah, so it was used as a dandruff treatment. Actually, it didn't get start to use. They didn't start using it for like a mouthwash until 1920s, when they actually started making it more lucrative, saying it's a magical cure for bad breath.
Well, you know what's funny? Now that you touch on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how people normally, some people use like Listerine when they have like sore teeth and all that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, I normally don't do that. What I do is, ironically, Hennessy and alcohol is just as strong as Listerine, right? Mm-hmm. So I go back like to the olden days where I legit, if I have a bad toothache, I legit will gargle some Hennessy, and then boom, that shit is gone. Now when you guys legit match the two up, like you gargle with alcohol, right? Then you gargle with Hennessy like days apart, and you realize they kind of work the same, but the Hennessy is kind of way stronger. I believe that shit was, that's why. That's just,
All right, I'm about to hit y'all with another one. Viagra. What you think Viagra is?
I know this one because I heard, I seen this shit somewhere else. For Viagra. It was actually used for something else.
Painkiller?
No, it's heart medicine.
Oh,
It was for heart medicine.
He on it. He's right. He's right.
I was a nasty motherfucker, like I said, I was born in the 90s, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck I'm talking about. BET Uncut. You stay up late night.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know how you hear all this shit
Right.
that this, don't try this because it got this and it's got this.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things I heard. It was originally made to for people to keep their heart going, for people that had like heart failure and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But what it did, it aroused the male body.
So it was like, you know
So
what?
they another
Maybe-
flop in one way. But Viagra's have helped a lot of these limp dick niggas
You know
out
what's
here.
funny? You know what's funny? though?
meat.
That legit. That's legit happen a lot though. Even now, it even happened in our face. Even with Hollywood movies, where in the theater it'd be a flop, right? But the moment it would get released on DVD or even become like a DET special movie, that shit become a hit, a
blow
cult
up.
classic out of nowhere. So
It's all about presentation.
yes,
All about presentation.
So Viagra was originally covered as a treatment for hypertension, angina, and other symptoms of heart disease. But the phase in clinical trials revealed that while the drug was getting treated, what was it? It says while the drug wasn't great at treating these things, a lot of men started to have side effects.
Oh, I got an idea. I noticed. I heard 90s baby a lot in this episode. I think this episode should be titled 90s baby.
We'll
We
see.
are 90s babies.
All right, we'll go
I'm
with
just
that.
saying.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that. It says in 1998, the drug took the U.S. market by storm for a treatment of penile dysfunction. It became an overnight success. Now rakes in about an estimate 1.9 billion a year. Viagra brings in 1.9 billion a year.
I mean, let's be honest though. You know, social media help with that shit too.
Oh, you got to get your
I mean,
get your
let's
meat
be
game right.
real. A lot of the shit people be promoting now on social media, like them sex films, I'm like, dude, I was in Motel 6 before. I'm not gonna say with her name, but I'm like, sometimes you gotta make sure your performance is like on point with something, right? So I'm like, I was in Motel 6 before, but they were powerade. I walked to the store and got a couple of shit y'all promoting now. I'm like, that was like 2016. Y'all promoting hella shit that I've been like used hella like one of them. Right? I got they have like a like a 5-hour energy shot with it. It came with like a pop like a pill and like a shot at the same time. So it's like you go from like
He was in there acting a donkey on
0 to 100 real quick. You
real
like,
quick.
You sit there, you watch the TV like, damn, why am I feeling this way? Hey, come here. Like, yeah, it's like, that shit works. Especially with, like, the PA system. That's not me promoting you guys now, but that works. Yeah.
So, the next product we're going to talk about is brandy.
Brandy.
Yep, the drink. Like
I know what you meant.
brandy.
I know what you meant. So I was like, brandy.
So what do you think brandy was initially? And this one's not like what it was initially created for, kind of, but not really. This one's a little tricky. But let me hear what y'all think about brandy.
I'm gonna just say I'm against brandy,
I hate
even in the
flavor.
during Christmas
Yeah.
time. That shit, I ain't never seen somebody so fucked up of anything but brandy.
Brandy.
E&J, come on,
Brandy.
man. I can't do it.
The cheap alcohol.
And it's
always-
crazy. You know how when you first start drinking,
Mhm.
everybody off the E&J, everybody off the brandy.
I can't stand brandy.
We used to be lying, saying that this Henderson or damn well it's some brandy.
You can tell the difference.
Everybody
though.
was to get fucked up. You know, so we sneaking out the house, young niggas sneaking out the house, going to go link up with some ladies.
Yeah.
And we sipping the brandy, man. But
Yeah.
that was but never again.
If you can see my face right now,
It was the young days, man.
bro, I'm getting chills on my spine just thinking about
It's
shot.
terrible.
Funny though?
So I don't know what the hell that was.
I don't
That
know.
was. I'm a pass on
I
that
would
one.
take a wild guess.
Mhm.
Maybe it was made from some fucking shit like, again, I said this before, previously, on Love Pain Chronicles. Anyway, previously, yeah, I think it was made for something like a car, because brandy is not meant to be drunk. That shit is disgusting.
Oh,
This is
And
nasty.
you, listen, now, you know how you meet people who taste wines and everything, right? Now, you said you were telling people that was Hennessy, right? Now, I drink Hennessy. You can tell the difference. I bought brandy one time with my broke dad.
Yeah.
And you,
But see, we was kids. We didn't know no better. When you first started drinking.
I started drinking at like 20, after my son was born, like 24.
Oh, see, that's why. See, this. I'm talking
Like young
high
days.
school days. Yes,
See, but you know the difference too, because Hennessy and brandy is legit different body balance. Like, you know how Hennessy legit boom, it helped the creation flow. Brandy, you TKO, you fucked up like after 2 or 3 shots. That's like, no. Hennessy, you balanced still, right? That brandy you drink, you're like, why the fuck did I buy this shit? Fuck everybody.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
Yeah, like, what is life?
Let me.
Hennessy is like, I love life. Like, big difference. Fuck life and I love life. Like, the balance is different.
I'll be honest with both of y'all. I'm not really a fan of dark liquor that much, so but brandy's definitely like at the bottom of the barrel if you ask me.
Definitely.
And speaking of barrels,
I think people who wear glasses don't like dark liquor. Honestly, that's just I'm feeling right here. You feel? Wait, I wear glasses.
Exactly.
Dark liquor. Never mind.
So right here, this one they got me fucked up because it starts off all fucked up. It says, brandy, that delightful caramel colored after dinner drink. They lied in that full sentence. They lied. Delightful.
So it's supposed to be something like a wine.
So look, yeah. So started off as a byproduct of transporting wine about 900 years ago. Merchants who essentially boiled the water of large quantities of the wine barrels, transport the wine easier. They actually squeezed that shit out, and the concentrated form of that is where the original brandy comes from.
See the difference?
And they thought that shit tasted good.
Pause though.
That shit don't taste good.
The difference is, right? Being you a cook too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cook, right? The difference is being a cook who complement his meals off certain alcohol, right? I cannot visualize a brandy after a steak. I can visualize like a certain wine, a certain type of wine after a steak.
Yeah,
Champagne, right? Yeah. But when you come to brandy, the moment you drink that behind something like food, you regurgitate. So what the fuck is they thinking? They didn't look in. That goes to show.
Brandy is just a vomit waiting to happen.
That goes to show a lot of people who market shit, especially like the real head people. I'm not talking like content creators like ourselves, where we think deeply before we market something. I'm talking about the people who just don't give a fuck, cash grab, right? They wasn't thinking, because they know for a fact they tried it themselves and they know they regurgitated. So like, nah, that's like that's the complete wrong thing to do right there. That's wrong.
That's terrible, man.
Like, no.
All right, so we got 2 more inventions that's on this list that I like. Sorry, I cut my damn throat. Oh, goddamn. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola was originally
What was it invented
A
for?
cleaning product.
Nope,
I'm wrong.
to distribute cocaine.
All right, he's going with that. All right.
I mean, marketing wise, it do sound like a pun. Like, hey,
I mean,
get some Coke and Coca-Cola at the same time, guys. Come stop at my store.
One-stop shop, man.
Right here. But no, I think it originally supposed to be like a cleaning product. Why? Because I used to use Coke to clean a lot of my shit, and that shit cleaned the glass completely off.
But that shit will clean if you put that shit in the toilet. Life hack. Let me see that.
Yeah.
It's a life hack. For all you motherfuckers who, everybody got a background.
Mm-hmm.
You put some of that, if you ain't got nothing to clean up in it, in the toilet and shit, throw some of that rough ass Coca-Cola, throw a little 2 liter in there, hit that brush and watch that shit come up. That's why I don't drink too much soda, man. That shit'll fuck up your insides, man. That shit got a lot of acid in there, and it's gonna eat up all that shit. It's gonna eat through all that shit.
Pause. Or do you drink beer? Literally.
No, I drink a lot of Douce.
Douce.
That's why I am the Douce King, and I did just drop the Douce King on my YouTube channel. Go stream that, check that out. 580 Real Sounds About Real YouTube channel.
No, but as far as drinking soda go, I don't really drink a lot of sodas, but one of my favorite sodas is Coca-Cola. And
you're a cokehead.
I guess I'm a cokehead, right? So
That's out.
Yeah. Coca-Cola, one of the world's most famous brands, was originally invented as an alternative to morphine addiction.
Whoa.
And to treat headaches and anxiety.
I was on the money.
Yo, you wanna know what's funny? Travell, okay. Damn, I hate to freaking go back and peep the Wayback Machine, but remember when I was in and out the damn, I hate to even speak of this, the mental institution, right? Remember when on South Avenue, right? I used to walk all the way to fucking damn, right, to get that big ass bottle of Coca-Cola. Every time I drink those out of nowhere, I'm like, I'm back normal again. When I don't have Coca-Cola, I was legit I was fucked up. I was in zombie mode. I was legit halfway peeing on myself and everything.
That's that shit.
Mhm.
Dude, that's so poised.
Says
I had to think about that shit.
Coke inventor
I legit.
John, how was his last name? Perbenton, a Confederate veteran of the Civil War who himself suffered from morphine addiction, first invented the sweet alcohol drink infused with coca leaves for an extra kick. He called it Provençal's French wine coca. It would be another 2 decades before the recipe was honed, sweetened, and carbonated to eventually...
No, wait. I'm sorry to cut you off, right? Can I see the microphone real quick? Let me see the microphone. Speaking of my love with the cocoa, right? So, in 2016, I still know her. We friends, great friends today. But, I was a scary individual then where I would have a crush on somebody and then I would legit subliminal shot the fuck out of her. Her name was Coco. Her name is still Coco, and I was. She didn't change all of a sudden, but still. It was like, okay, how can I shot her? So I'm like, out of nowhere, I would make references like, I'm in love with the cocoa, even though I have nothing to do, but it still has something to do with the topic because coca leaves, right? And the woman, she's kind of like a leaf. When she speaks, she kind of gets to you mentally, kind of like, I wouldn't know how people who do coke get, but still, they seem to be in a great zone. She kind of put me in a great zone, even still. When she talked to me, she'd be like, you underrated, Reggie. You know, I'd be like, damn, why you gotta be in a relationship? But anyway, here you go.
I guess that could fall under embarrassing stories. So
I'm sorry to be so random.
The most popular soda in the world is Coca-Cola, by the way.
That's, I can see
that because I fuck with Coke.
What's second, Sprite?
Shit, I don't know, Pepsi.
Probably right.
Pepsi.
Hey, like Tupac said, Hennessy and Coke.
Michael Jackson did get his hair caught on fire with the Pepsi, so that's got to be up there.
So the last invention we're going to talk about today that was intended for something else.
Hamburgers?
I mean, it would be hamburgers, right? But no, it's Play-Doh.
I can't even. They probably would originally be like a bomb connecting product or something like that in the sort.
A bomb connecting product?
Something that's like deadly. That's probably what that was made for.
Final answer?
Or something that helped like with walls or something. Or something that helped like build some shit. That's all I can say. That's my guess. That's all I gotta say.
Play-Doh?
That's a tough one right there.
See, it's a real tough one.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
All right.
I'm go ahead.
All right, you was close on your second guess. So
What was
Play-Doh.
the second guess?
Something like you like build shit with, like put in walls or something like that.
So Play-Doh, the strange, brightly colored, salty clay product that we grew up molding, poking, and
It was salty. They was eating it.
Occasionally nibble.
I did that when I was a kid.
I nibbled on Play-Doh.
I did that when I was.
I nibbled on Play-Doh.
Y'all
Look,
nasty.
no.
Wait,
Hear me out.
Y'all nasty.
Stop. Let me explain first. You ever
Kevin Hart.
you ever get the Play-Doh set right, and you get like the little molds, you put the Play-Doh on like the little bun shape, and you mold it, you make like a little sandwich, and like
Fat nigga problem.
look at me.
There's no excuse for that. On behalf of fat niggas worldwide, we do not vouch for this. I didn't try it.
See, look, when you're a little kid and you playing with some Play-Doh,
Yeah,
you tend to put shit in your mouth.
It's just you get tempted. I know.
No lie.
Like some like they put the scent in the Play-Doh where like it be smelling like fruity sometimes.
Yeah.
So like you get that scented
You
Play-Doh
had your
shit.
shit. Yeah, you had your shit double layer.
Yeah, double layer and the whole
bacon
shit.
on that shit.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I kind of looked. I was like,
I got you here.
Can I touch back on the embarrassing stories though, right?
That dude.
Even though I did it one time, I didn't continue. I did it multiple times. Like honestly, I cook. Even when I was younger, I wasn't cooking, but still, it was saucy. I'm like, this shit tastes like food to the point where my mom was like, stop eating that shit. I'm like, okay, and I go outside behind the tree like, dude, embarrassing. I'm human. Don't judge me. That's just nasty. I would do it now, but I was a minor. I was an adolescent. Yeah, here you go.
well, thank you, Reggie. So
Saucy Play-Doh.
Play-Doh was invented in the 1930s by a soap manufacturer named Cleo McVickers, who thought he hit it upon this fantastic wallpaper cleaner. It wasn't for another 20 years that McVickers' son Joseph repurposed the goopy clay for preschoolers and called it Play-Doh as a product. It remains wildly popular among children 5 and under.
Honestly,
Shit, even older because I'm like,
honestly, I still don't think it's safe though. Especially when I like to look at podcasts as journalism because even before we do episodes, I legit look up on certain shit. Play-Doh is something like fucking deadly, very deadly. I don't even let my son play with that. And I'm not just saying, hey guys, don't let your kids do that. And I still let my kids do that because then I'll be legit a judgmental person. I'm judging shit that I'm still doing. No, I'm telling you, don't let. That's not smart because I look at the newsprint. Look at the headline reads. Product placement. Go ahead.
Well, that was it for the inventions. There was another one, but I kind of thought it was ass. Get it, ass.
Go ahead.
Kleenex.
Oh wow, I get it now.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
It says the public was slow to come around on the idea of disposable, product, publicly marketed as sanitary pads, and while they waited for the tides to turn, Kimberly and Clark found another use for its supply of crepe waddling, whatever the fuck they're saying, thin papers.
Yeah.
Let's just say it was invented for some other shit other than wiping your ass and nose.
Okay. Give me the
wipe your ass and nose.
Give me the microphone. Now, I'd rather use Kleenex to clean my ass, right? Have you ever seen the movie Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
And they was using clams to clean their ass, I think. I can't
I don't
even
remember.
I can't even recall, but I'll go back and look before I edit the video. But yeah, they was using something that was not as soft as toilet paper. And certain toilet papers, you'd be like, damn, I know for a fact I'm in the right environment because that shit be so soft. You'd be like, the leather's so soft, my little Wayne voice. But still, yeah, I'd rather use that than the other shit that people wasn't wiping their ass back in the day. I'd rather use toilet paper than tree fucking leaves. That's all I'm saying. So that was a legit life flop right there because that legit helped us the whole entire lifestyle.
Definitely.
All right, so we're about to come to a close on this show. That was it for things that was invented for other purposes. Now, the next thing I want to talk about on the next show, for our next visit, we're going to talk about things that were accidentally invented. So that's
Damn.
The microwave was accidentally invented. The first artificial sweetener was accidentally invented. Penicillin, chocolate chip cookies,
Well, no, it's funny.
the X-ray machine. A lot of these things are just accidentally invented, and we'll talk about these things on our next episode.
You know what's funny? That one kind of hit close to home because half the shit I do now was accidental invention.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a lot of shit I made a legit official product. It wasn't official at first. Even now I'm back to the whole program called Live. That was an accident. Like I was writing so much where I put that at the end of something. I'm like, damn.
Sounds good.
It transitioned so well. Oh, damn. It was accidental. So like I fuck with that one.
All right, well, I think this was a pretty good episode for a comeback after we've been gone for a while. I enjoyed this episode.
Like John Cena returning at the Royal Rumble in 2018. People was like, oh my God, crowd pop. Oh my God, we're back again.
All right, well, we're going to put a button on this show. This has been your host,
Joe Button.
T. Robinson, a.k.a. Sep30 on Instagram. If you haven't followed us, be sure to follow us.
Give me the microphone. Give me the microphone real quick. It's like a battle rap. Give me the
We're
microphone.
about to leave. Put a button on this episode.
Wait.
It was nice talking to you guys. We'll see you guys next time on the Sounpropodcast. Peace out.